Terence Greenbrier. I did imagine this would probably be the dad's study. Right, there's something over here. The killing of JFK, a theory. You've seen the movie Discover the Truth. Wait, oh, he's obviously reading the book or something, and he's just, okay. Superb work of speculation plotted with amazing skill. Okay. So he's not really investigating anything. Okay. And a combination. Wait a minute. How do you expect to find the combinations out? Is it something here? Okay, name insurance, Terence Greenbrier. Does the entire electrical system meet local codes? Wiring in house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements, however multiple layers of wiring have been added to the structure over the last 100 years. The system is frequently unpredictable, lights blank out for no clear reason, pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupts, circuits wired directly behind the surface, properly reworking electrical system be highly destructive to the walls, floor. So basically one of their things blew up, so that's why he is looking for a new one over there. There's got to be something around here that tells me the number of that combination lock. It wouldn't be 1995, would it? Of course it would. Oh, what's down here? John Russell opened his eyes and saw them, the stars, twinkling if they were lying on grass in his family's yard in Massachusetts. Even though that place was a million miles away, no, he blinked from sleep with his eyes looking through the carbon-reinforced safety glass of the space station Archimedes. Yes, he was a long way from home, but the future needed him. John Russell's head swam. He felt incredibly drunk, despite not having touched a drop in hours. He vomited into his feet, his bare feet. He stared for a moment, processing his sick flexed toenails, scanning up his bare shins, bare knees. He was completely naked. He looked up and met the eyes of a gorgeous blonde woman wearing a tight polymer fuber tunic. The fabric that strained at the seams and contained her generous bosom was emblazoned with the first matter transference operator. Then he passed out. John Russell crossed the gap in time. Only messages has passed before, but now man, they needed him now more than ever. Changing his past was no longer good enough. The instructions from the council had been clear. What a procedure, what to construct from it, how to assemble it. He made the machine which transported bodily across time, and now he stood there in the bridge of Starship Archimedes, common vessel, because only he who had saved the president's life twice before could helm. Okay, so it actually just gets worse as he goes along. Like, obviously it's a novel that he's reading, so he's writing, so. I feel like I'm being an idiot by not figuring out that combination. Nevertheless, we'll carry on forward. Let's turn the light on. There's got to be something around here. Obviously, this is the reason why they had to spend a lot of money getting books out and stuff. But there's still loads here. I don't understand if they've moved or something. Then why is there so much stuff still left here? Oh, so he was writing books. Oh. The accidental death. Accidental plot. A message from the future saved the president's life once, but within 24 hours there'll be another community. So basically, he basically took that book and there's loads of stuff about that JFK assassination. That's what he basically wrote a book about. What's it, the other one? Okay. Ladies of the Ring, the Women of Wrestling. I like this guy. Fair enough. That's cool. I like that. Right. I should probably be looking around a little bit more like that more often. Let's have a look at this fresh. Readers tell us about their worst moments. It wouldn't be written on the back of something like this, would it? I imagine it wouldn't be. Oh, wait, there's something there. The accidental... so this is him coming up with the name of the book that he wrote. Stranger Under My Roof. #1 best-selling advice for parents and for teens. Teen years are fraught with change of all types: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. But these changes don't just affect your teen. The teen's turbulent years are a challenge for parents as well. Maybe the biggest challenge you get to face since having children. I found it. Cuttino 0451. See what this is all about anyway. Dear Terence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews that you've been submitting in the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back into it. Even then, it's becoming harder to weed out the tangents and non-sequiturs. Oh God, I'm actually writers and I don't know what this word means. This is horrible. From unusable copy of our heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theatre Aficionado want to hear about the quality and the value of hardware, not ruminations of your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's a ton of guys half your age that could actually take half your rate to write the stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on this say-so. You should write him a note thanking him for his patience and generosity. It looks like look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again, then everyone will be happy. I imagine then that maybe... I'm thinking that maybe he was sick, because it looks like he just gets worse and worse the more he writes. So maybe he had like some sort of, I don't want to say like dementia or something like that. Regardless, 0451. Let's have a look. 0451. Dear Mr. Massan, please find and enclose your original documents and a tight copy of your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our family this important matter. So he... Okay. I'll process in full competence, mind and memory under my full survey. I shall not hold true to my passing. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County and that I am married and have no children. What? I declare that I have no outstanding debt to my name or any creditors living or dead. Wait, this is the signed Oscar Mason. This is the guy who died. So why does he have it? Wait. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name. I hereby bequeath every item of value which I died possessed, including my dwelling and surrounding acres around Arbor Hill, as well as any all personal property to money that counts to my nephew. Okay, so now we know how he got now we know how he got the house. In the event that Terence Greenbrier Jr. should decease me, then in such an event the bequest should fall to the name of the creator of his children as ordered by agent competent stewards of the states. So obviously this guy died and our father got the license of the house. Will and testament. Oh my dear God. I'm guessing that's just the same as that. Yeah, that's fine. There's no way I was going to be able to read that. So at least we know why the house belongs in the way it does. We still have the question of why no one's here, but okay, that's promising. Get some light on this thing. Isn't that what Dad's office like?
This is a severe weather.
Right, what's this about?
The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting Spalding County.
I'm guessing someone had an Xbox here, or something like that. Well, no, it's 1995, so it's probably like a PlayStation 1. And like if it's early enough, I don't know, maybe a Genesis. Anyway, making friends, even when Sam thought this might help. Dad. So she was having problems making friends at a new school, I imagine. Okay.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Okay, so it's obviously someone took her interest anyway. Poltergeists and hauntings. Find out the truth behind stories that were familiar even to our pagan ancestors. Discovered how to tell a hoax from general reporting. Okay. Someone obviously was reading that under here, watching the TV. I don't know. Right. Dark Crystal. Okay, so someone was watching scary movies anyway. X-Files. It's VHS tapes. Happen to be of that golden age where I know how the VHS era. What's that? Let me see. Coliseum, showplace of the Oregon. To see Pulp Fiction. I also became a fan of scary movies. It looks like. What's this? Yeah, X-Files. We've seen that there. RoboCop, instant, awesome. Okay, good. There's obviously a lot of stuff to see for us. Don't have anything to light the candles or anything like that. So hi Terry, please find enclosed Pioneer blah unit with remote and cables. We need a half-page review for the October issue. I'm guessing that's regarding that. This is what we saw there before. Change. Let's look around. Time machine. Okay, so over here. Look at that there. This first one, accidental survival, the saviour. John Russell knows the president's life hangs in the balance, but who would believe him? Terry, hey man, how have you been? I know that you've published shorter and everything now, but my editor at Hyper Aficionado has too much review work to go around, and he's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it's been trying to find a publisher for you and your latest work of your literature. And writing stereo reviews is dead simple. Sit at home with a glass of scotch, listen to some records, and write down something and get paid. I've included some issues of the mag, and to use as examples. If you're interested, send some examples from the editor. Tell him that your old college chum might have sent you. Here's the address. Okay, so that's how he got that job anyway. I'll put this out here. Keep on there for a little while and have a look around. Enough of that. Okay. I imagine it's going to be something always around here. Let's have a look. The Heaven at the Edge of the World. Samantha Greenbrier, Grade 2. Oh, it's a little kid's book, isn't it? Well, he's obviously a kid who wrote a book. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. And then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost him at Horse Island!" And the first mate said, "Like you thought it too soon. Like you thought too soon. Looks like you thought too soon." Oh my god, even this I'm reading wrong. The black ship came along the side. Captain Black himself came out of the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mates yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the flip sailed towards the sunset. Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, it seems. I almost missed that. Hey, you are the new girl, Sam? I'm Tommy at the back. Wave if you get this. Right back. Hi Tommy, yes, I'm Samantha, and yes, I'm new. What's up? I just thought since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either, and so I thought that I'd ask something, if you don't mind. No, I don't mind. What do you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho, or does it run in the family? Oh, nothing. Uncle who went psycho, right. Has it got something to do maybe with a doctor guy? Maybe, I'm not sure. Keep an ear out for that. Coupons. Okay. Let's have a look in here then. Hello. Anybody out there? Finally, something I can get on with. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I'm writing to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to polish up your follow-up to Accidental Prior. Despite low sales of the Accident Saviour, we went ahead with the publication of the second book in hopes that John Russell series catching on. But the sales of the second book in fact been lower than those of the first, so our stewardship of the series must end here. It's been a pleasure working with you as your publisher, and wish you and John Russell the best in his future endeavours. I think we understood that by now, but he obviously had to pursue other means to keep his finances going. What's down here? Shot glass, shot over. Vodka. Maybe he hit the bottle, maybe? I'm not sure. I like it.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd see through. Now that it's happened, I just can't believe it.
I don't want to read through that one, that's Okay, Samantha Greenbrier. Blow over 2 stories, defense out of auto, get a sheet and line paper, right, reproduction, blah blah blah, some extra stuff for Travis Hughes, Fred into reproductive season, menstrual cycle, and novella. Okay. The early morning of September 1st, 1939, Essa Glatz stares out of the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Wielem in Poland. Oh, it's probably Wielem or something, I don't know. As the train rumbles along, the sun rises over the countryside. She can only think of her dear Borislav, and the boy she is engaged to wed. It's not in line, that's why it's annoying me. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. As his train approaches its destination, her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. Okay. As Essa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come and meet her. Her heart skips a beat. Her ovary releases an ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Shadows pass over the station. I'm getting this all wrong. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out toward her dear Boris across the crowd. The eyes lock and a moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. In the assault of the German forces, almost 75% of the people in our hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and for a time Borislav, huddled in a half-destroyed church. He is blind, his legs are missing, bandaged with torn bedsheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm if it dissolves. Almost 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up on her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for pregnancy, it comes through the vagina. Nothing. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring